It was my mom and I for so long, you know? When I went away for college, I don't know, honestly worried about leaving her by herself. I just wanted to make sure she'd be okay and wouldn't get lonely. But then she remarried, and it really hasn't been the same between us. I just feel like I missed out on stuff. She got married 2 years ago and I wasn't there. I don't know. I'm moving home because I have to, financially. And because my housing situation fell apart. And by fell apart, I mean, well, you know, my roommate died. But I'm gonna try to make an effort for my mom, you know? And I really want to be there for my mom, you know, because honestly, I haven't been. Even if it means living with my stepdad. He is just...
You know, we don't have to do the monologue thing, because we just took one class together and we don't really know each other that well.
Right. Sorry. Thank you for helping me.
Oh, it's fine. You're giving me $50. I'd do anything for $50. And I have.
Okay, so what topics are off limits with Stephanie?
Cheryl, I don't know why you're so worried. I am a pro at conversation. I have the best conversations.
The wedding. The wedding is off limits, okay? It was in the past, so let's leave it there.
You know, this is exactly what they try to tell us about Benghazi. Benjamin Ghazi and his emails? Where are they?
Okay, I can't explain this to you again. It's not a person, it's a movement.
This is... I can't even trust you.
Please, Gary. Please, not today.
Fine. Okay, no wedding talk. Best day of my life, and I can't even talk about it?
That's sweet, but don't talk about it. Thank you.
Oh, it's so good to see you, honey. I've missed you so much.
I missed you too, Mom. This is Jess.
Oh, it's so nice to meet one of Stephanie's friends from grad school.
Oh, I wouldn't say friends, because we never spoken before today.
Even so, thank you so much for helping her. I was so worried about her taking the train by herself with all of her stuff on her, and she's not good in the car. She throws up a lot.
I didn't throw up in her car, so...
Good.
Yeah. But no, it's cool. I gotta get going. So
Okay,
can I
yeah.
put your stuff down?
Yeah, just anyway. Yeah, I can take it,
just
actually.
like-
Okay, that works.
Cool.
She's nice.
Yeah.
Well, Stephanie, can I have a hug?
Hi, Gary. Put your arms down.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna take my stuff inside.
Hey, what you got there?
My car?
That's not a car, and you know it. You call that a car?
It's a Hyundai Veloster.
What, are you pulling my elbow? You want to talk cars?
I don't...
This is a car, little miss. Read it and wheat.
Is that a picture? You're too far away.
And if you want to see it, I got it parked in the garage.
No, thank you.
Honey, why don't we stop yelling, all right? Maybe you could help Stephanie bring her boxes in.
Cheryl, I'd like to. Except you knew I threw my back out in high school, okay? And the slightest bit of weight can send me right back to that nurse's office. And we can't afford that.
Are you serious?
As a doornail.
That's not...
It's fine. I'll take it. It's great.
Okay, no, Jess will never be my
So
friend.
how was your drive? Did you throw up in the car?
I threw up in my mouth and I swallowed it, okay?
Oh, someone's getting older.
You want a beer?
I don't.
There's really no way to take that down.
Oh, no, Gary's super glued it. It's a whole thing.
Seriously? There has to be a way. I've never heard of super glue being that permanent.
Well, it's a Gary concoction. Honestly, I'm not even sure if it's super glue. That's just what I'm calling it.
Ew.
All I know is all the girls and I took a swing at that thing and it did not budge.
Great.
But who cares about this stuff? I want to know about you. I haven't seen you in so long.
know.
Are you still swimming?
Mom, I can't swim. Remember? Don't know how.
Right. I knew that about you. I'm actually not even sure why I asked.
It's okay. I'm sorry I'm on edge. It's just been so crazy.
Oh, you mean since roommate you know who died?
Chetley. Yeah, I still can't believe that he didn't outrun the train. He's the fastest runner in all of college.
And I still can't believe his name was Jet Li.
Chetley. Chetley Fullers.
Right, that makes more sense.
His name was on the lease, and I talked to the landlord, but he's not gonna let me take over because I don't have any credit.
Oh, landlords can be very unforgiving when it comes to roommate death.
Jeez.
But why not move in with one of your friends? What about that nice girl, Chess, who dropped your box outside?
I mean, I asked her on the way over here, and she said no, like everyone else.
Steph, I'm sorry I assumed you had friends. But you're gonna be okay. Heck, we're both gonna be okay. Why don't I go down to the office tomorrow and see about getting you an internship? The DA is always looking for criminology majors.
You don't have to do that, Mom.
Hey.
Honestly.
I'm a proud mom. It's what I do. Plus, I've always had a dream of a mother-daughter assistance to the district attorney.
That's crazy. We both couldn't be ADAs.
No, I know. It's just a dumb, rotten idea I had.
No, Mom, Look, I know this isn't ideal. This isn't an ideal situation, but I am really grateful that you let me move in, okay? And you look really good. You're way stronger than the last time I saw you.
Okay, can I tell you? I've won Workout Warrior at the gym 2 months in a row. They say that's practically unheard of. They're checking the books.
They are?
Yeah.
I didn't know they kept records like that.
They have to. It's too competitive.
That's great. Congrats.
Oh, stop. It's nothing. But it really is something.
Knock, knock. Guess who's got a hot delivery? You.
What? Gary, what are these? What's inside of an alien? Cat or pyramid? Bud Dwyer?
It's for my research, okay? I wasn't born able to go to a fancy college eating silver and gold for dessert. What? I'm an amateur detective, and if I want to get to the bottom of a case, I'm gonna have to do homework on my own time. In this Bud Dwyer case, doesn't make sense.
Well, why are you putting them in my bedroom?
Stephanie, not everything is about you, okay? This room served many a purpose when we bought this house, and these don't fit in my sock drawer anymore.
Cool how you said we bought the house when I know my mom for sure just bought it by herself because you don't have a job.
This might not make sense to you because, as I read in your mother's journal, you've never been in love.
Hey, don't read that.
Cheryl, you wanted me to read more.
I do. Fair enough.
Anyways, your mother clearly pointed out you've never been in love, and when you get married, everything's a we. And since we're talking about weddings...
Hey, no. Everything's fine. You're fine. You're fine. We're all fine. Speaking of which, Gary just had a job interview yesterday.
Really?
I did. It's actually a pretty funny story. I get to the parking lot, and I'm driving around, and I notice the only spots left are for compact cars.
Oh, no.
I'm thinking, you gotta be kidding me. Where am I gonna put my car? I get out and I start doing the measurements to see if I can even fit in there. Everything is just too small to fit. So I did the next best thing.
Wait, time out. You didn't go on the interview yesterday?
Cheryl, you're killing me. What do you want me to say?
That you went on the job interview.
Cheryl, I can only lie to you so many times. I can't put the red bandito next to some bozo's Accord. You've seen how those people get out of the cars. They're just throwing the door around. And if the red bandito gets hit, it's not a simple ding to buff out. You have to replace the entire fiberglass panel. You know this.
Why don't you just take my Civic like I asked?
Cheryl, that is the funniest thing I've ever heard, okay? Let me get this straight. Gary Schmotts, Corvette King of Toluca Lakes, driving around in his wife's Civic? Cheryl, I didn't know I was at the Blue Dollar Comedy Tour right now.
Look, I just want to have a nice night. This is her first night back. It's a big transformation to her. I just want to make it as easy and carefree and fun as possible.
You know what? I'm sorry that I brought anything up. I'm just gonna finish unpacking and then I'll help you make dinner, okay?
Speaking of which, I may have broke our little grocery store budget for the month, but I'm making your favorite, cashew chicken.
What? I haven't had that since the last time I was here.
I know, I remembered.
That's not my favorite.
So I had to carry Chetley's body all the way from the scene of the crime to his parents' house. By myself.
But you know what? I don't know anybody better suited for it.
Thanks, Mom.
Gary's home. That's what he's got. Hooters.
Gary, what are you doing? I told you that I was making cashew chicken literally hours ago.
Cheryl, it's Thursday night. That's Hooters night.
So are Tuesdays and Wednesdays, Gary.
Cheryl, I can't help if it's good food, okay?
I just want one night. That's all I ask. Forget it. Just, it's fine.
Would you like a piece of breast meat, Stephanie? You know, they know me down there, and they always save the best breast for Gary, because breast is best.
Hey, don't.
God, no, I'm gonna eat what Mom made.
Suit yourself. More breast for Gary. Like before I was married.
What did I just say?
It's a guy joke. So, Stephanie, how are you settling in?
Gary, it's been 3 hours. I'm fine. How have you been since 3 hours ago when I saw you?
I'm glad you asked, because I was having a really good 3 hours, believe it or not, until I noticed someone's fingerprints on the Corvette. Now, would either of you two happen to know who that could be?
I'm gonna stop you right there. Stephanie has been unpacking and helping me in the kitchen all day. And you know I don't go in the garage. I'm not a fan of the car.
Okay. Stephanie, I don't know, I'm just kind of spitballing here, but did you maybe take a break from unpacking and then wander into the garage? And then rub your hands across the body of the Corvette?
No, I didn't touch your car. I don't even know how to get into the garage.
Okay, Stephanie, look, I know I'm your newest dad.
Hey, I don't like that.
Cheryl, can I please finish a GD sentence?
Well, if you watch your language.
Stephanie, I know I'm your newest dad, and we're gonna have growing pains, but I think it's very important that all of us are honest with each other in this new life. And you know, the first time I saw the red rocket, I had to put my hands on it.
It's not what it's called.
Stephanie, that's what everyone calls their car.
Gary, that's weird. I didn't touch your car. Okay, I don't touch cars.
Fine, I believe you, but could you call it a Corvette? Could we refer to it as a Corvette, please? Okay? Give respect to the people who designed it, built it, and it would just be a nice American thing to do.
I think you're overreacting a little bit, honey.
Cheryl, did I have any complaints when you told me you wanted to join the female bodybuilding circuit? No. So if you could show me the same amount of respect.
How dare you? That makes me happy. And you're being really disrespectful in front of Stephanie right now. She hasn't been here for 24 hours.
Okay, look. It's just that there's only 700 1956 Corvettes left in the world. Right now.
That means nothing to me. I don't know what that means.
Okay. Let me put you into a picture here. Have you ever seen the Titanic?
Oh, please don't do this. Not again.
It was the prequel to Speed 2 Cruise Control, that boat movie.
It's not a prequel just because it comes before it. The boats aren't related.
Gary, I've seen the movie Titanic.
Okay. So we can all agree what a terrible tragedy that was, right? And do you remember on that fateful April night when it struck the iceberg and started to sink? Do you know how many people survived that? 706, okay? And right now there's only 700 1956 Corvettes left in the world. So if you put those two together, 6 of those poor bastards never make it out of the ocean. 6 of them are floating in the ocean, dreaming of driving around in a 1956 Corvette. I guarantee you, if you ran into a Titanic survivor right now, and you asked him if he wanted to take a ride in that Corvette or sit in the ocean, guess what he's gonna say? I want to ride in the Corvette next to Mr. Schmotts.
Point made. Steffi and I won't go in the garage without your express written consent from now on, okay? Can we just enjoy dinner, please?
Okay. Oh, you want to hear a funny story? So I was on the old telephone today with Dave Eaglerock. You remember? He was at our wedding. I'm sorry. I forgot she wasn't at the wedding. Because I remember fretting at the wedding, and it was because someone wasn't there.
Time out right now. You are in a no-fly zone. You are in international waters, and you're about to drown. I specifically told you that is not a topic of conversation with her. And no rhyming at the table either.
Cheryl, my rhyming is a real disability. And when I was cracking a few jokes about the gentleman in the wheelchair trying to stand up, that wasn't funny? But you feel entitled to critique me all day about how I rhyme?
Rhyming is an ability, not a disability. It takes more work to rhyme than it does to talk normally.
Okay, you know what? The wedding was 2 years ago, and we decided then that it was impractical. It was a 10-minute drive. I couldn't swing it.
I guess I'm just a little surprised. A daughter wouldn't want to see her mother get her a new father.
Gary, you're not my father. And the reason I didn't go to the wedding is because I didn't support it. Like I don't support you and my mom together. Mom.
It's fine. We don't need to relitigate this, and you're right. It was a couple of years ago, and you wouldn't have had time to make it, traffic being what it is. And honestly, I've gotten pretty good at thinking that you were there. I've put memories in my mind of you being there. And you know what? I remember you being there because you were there.
I wasn't.
You know what? Not only have you upset your father, it appears you've upset your mother. You've tied my hands, Stephanie. You're grounded.
Gary, you are not my father. You will never be my father.
Oh, that's
okay,
2
stop.
weeks.
And I'm trying. I'm really trying, but it's not my fault that my mom made a stupid decision and married you.
You want 3 weeks?
She messed up her life, and now you're in it, okay? It's not my fault. This is not where I wanted my life to be. You think it's fun to move home at 25 and live with you in this house?
You believe this?
No, it smells weird. It always smells weird in here, by the way. I hate this. This is not where I thought my life would be at this age. And this is definitely not who I wanted in my life ever.
I'm sorry that we've let you down and you're not able to do what you had planned next year. And I'm sorry that...
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
It certainly sounded like you meant it. You raised your voice
Okay,
at us
you know
and
what?
everything.
I can't do this. I can't physically be near this man. I have to find somewhere else to live, okay? God.
Cheryl, you're not gonna believe this. I don't think these wings are boneless. I don't know how much bone I've been eating.
I'll take you to the hospital tomorrow if you can't pass them naturally.
That's why I love you. Always looking out.
All right, so here it is. We're at Cheryl's second wedding, Gary Schmotts' first wedding. Apparently, first husband couldn't cut it, but Gary is dominating so far. We're only hours into this new life, and I'm already killing it. I'm about to go give some of my bros over here some beer. Come on. Hey, fellas. Got some beers for my bros.
Thanks, man. This guy. Cool guy. We got a coolest Corvette guy in town.
They know me. They know me. These guys are the coolest.
Awesome.
Yeah. They're so cool. Look. One time I went to Bob's Big Boys and I couldn't find parking, so I had to drive around the back. And I see these guys dealing cocaine. Some of the kids. How cool is that? Oh, come here. Let me see what you got so far. I want to see what you got so far. Let me just look. I'm paying for the footage. Can I just look at what I'm paying for?
Anybody have napkins?
Excuse me, everybody. Sorry. I know it's not normally acceptable for the bride to say anything after the vows, especially not a speech. But I do want to say a couple of things. First of all, thank you all for coming on behalf of Gary and myself. We're so happy that you guys could be here.
You're out, Gary. You betcha.
We'll see. But I also want to talk about somebody very special in my life who could not be here, and that is my wonderful daughter, Stephanie. Now, she obviously wanted to be here, but she was very busy and she did not want to. But it's important to know that for most of my life, I was a horse without hooves, struggling to ride. And it wasn't until my daughter came along that I found my saddle. So I just want to say that no matter what, the most important day of my life will always be the day I gave birth to my daughter, Stephanie. Stephanie's journey has been long.
Cheryl, what about today?
What about today?
Cheryl, it's a little upsetting that today's the best day of my life and it's only the second best of yours, okay? You see how that's sexist? Look at us, a family.